The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of the most famous buildings in the world, known for its noticeable tilt, which makes it look like it's about to fall over. Located in Pisa, Italy, this tower has a fascinating history that spans almost 900 years. Let's explore the amazing story of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Chapter 1. The Beginning. In the 12th century, the people of Pisa wanted to show off their city's wealth and power. They decided to build a grand bell tower for the cathedral in their city. The tower would be a symbol of Pisa's importance and a place to call people to prayer. Now you might be wondering, who designed this tower? The design of the Leaning Tower of Pisa is credited to a few architects, but the main one was Bonanno Pisano. He started building the tower in 1173. The tower was meant to be perfectly straight and stand tall next to the cathedral. However, the tower was built on a piece of land that was not very stable. This decision would later cause the tower to tilt. The soil was soft and made up of clay, sand, and shells, which was not the best foundation for heavy building. Chapter 2. Building the tower. The construction of the tower began in 1173. Workers laid the foundation and started building the first few floors. Everything was going well at the beginning, and the tower started to rise up. After building the first 3 floors, the tower began to tilt. The soft soil couldn't support the tower's weight, causing one side to sink. The tilt was noticeable, but work continued, and more floors were added. By the time the builders reached the 4th floor, the tilt was too severe. Construction was halted for almost 100 years. This pause allowed the soil to settle, which helped prevent the tower from collapsing. Chapter 3. Continuing the work. In 1272, construction resumed under a new architect, Giovanni di Simone. To try to correct the tilt, the new builders made one side of the upper floors taller than the other. This made the tower curve slightly. Despite the tilt, construction continued. By 1372, nearly 200 years after it began, the Leaning Tower of Pisa was finally completed. It had 8 floors, including the bell chamber at the top, each one playing a different musical note. These bells were used to call people to church. Chapter 4. The tilt gets worse. Over the years, the tilt of the tower gradually increased. The soft soil continued to shift, causing the tower to lean more and more. This slow sinking worried many people. Scientists and engineers started measuring the tilt of the tower. By the 20th century, the tilt had reached over 5 degrees. People were afraid that the tower might fall. In 1990, the Leaning Tower of Pisa was closed to the public for safety reasons. Engineers needed to find a way to stabilize the tower and prevent it from collapsing. Chapter 5. Saving the tower. Engineers from around the world worked together to save the tower. They came up with a plan to stabilize the soil and reduce the tilt. This project was very important to preserve the historic landmark. One of the main methods used was soil removal. Engineers carefully removed soil from under the higher side of the tower. This helped the tower to settle more evenly and reduced the tilt. Chapter 6. Reopening the tower. The efforts to stabilize the Leaning Tower of Pisa were successful. The tilt was reduced by about 17 inches and the tower was safe once again. Engineers continued to monitor the tower to ensure its stability. In 2001, the Leaning Tower of Pisa was reopened to the public. Visitors could once again climb the tower's special staircase and enjoy the incredible views from the top. The Leaning Tower of Pisa became one of the most popular tourist attractions in the world. People from all over the world come to see the famous tilt and learn about its history. Chapter 7. The tower's design. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is a beautiful example of medieval architecture. It has 8 floors, including the bell chamber, with columns and arches decorating each level. Inside the tower is a spiral staircase with 294 steps. Climbing these steps takes visitors to the top. Chapter 8. Popular culture. The Leaning Tower of Pisa is one of the most recognized landmarks in the world, like I said earlier. It appears in movies, books, and postcards, symbolizing both Pisa and Italy. The tower's unique tilt has inspired many stories and even legends. People often imagine how it might have fallen or how it continues to stand despite its lean. Chapter 9. The Leaning Tower's impact on architecture. The Leaning Tower of Pisa taught architects and engineers important lessons about building on unstable soil. These lessons helped to improve construction techniques for future projects. The tower's design and construction techniques influenced modern architecture. Well, that's a wrap. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned a lot from this video. Make sure to check out the Colosseum video on the left, and as always, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one.